Hello, Cinedaces. I am Jaby KOAY, joined by ACHARA KIRK.
What's up?
We're looking at the teaser to Martin, starring Dhruva Sarja, and it is directed by AP Arjun, story by AP Arjun, produced by Uday K. Mehta. Theatrical teaser music by Ravi Basroor. You guys, thanks so much for joining us. Please do me a big favor. Hit that subscribe button. Why'd I do that? That's weird. Hit the subscribe button, bell icon, all notifications, and pretty please vote this up. Let YouTube know you're enjoying what you're watching, and ACHARA just joined in with me. If I'm going down, we're all going down together.
I'm going down with this ship.
I got a daisy feeling. I got a daisy feeling. Yeah.
This has a whopping 56.5 million views.
That's wild.
In just over a day. That is crazy town. Let's check this out. Here we go.
Oh. Whoa.
ऐसा क्रूअल इंसान मैं पहली बार देख रहा हूँ।
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Whoa. Okay.
से भी ज़्यादा डेंजरस ये है कि he is an Indian.
Oh.
Golly.
Dang. Action Prince.
This definitely has its own style.
Yeah. Whoa. Why is it wet?
That dude is yoked.
Yeah.
He's running. He's like, I'm out. Okay, I was just playing. That was the right move, though. He took out all those dudes.
Dang.
Oh, whoa. All right. Oh, somebody saw ambulance.
Ooh. Oh,
What the
shoot.
hell?
Dang. And you have a cigarette in your mouth, sir? That's risky. What? Who is that?
Oh my,
What?
that guy's from Mad Max.
Damn.
They got the biggest Aussie they could find.
Oh, man.
I think he's from Mad Max. That guy's been around for a while.
Dang.
He might even have been in Jackie Chan's First Strike.
They found some other big dudes. They were like, listen, okay, our action prince is a big guy, so we need to find bigger. They found it.
It's very different in terms of the style. It's almost like a music video in a way, and I kind of like the shakiness that they were implementing in post to give it sort of this weird edgy feel. It kind of
Yeah.
makes you feel like that character who's just like on edge or something like that, but you don't really know what's up with him. He's a total mystery.
I thought it was interesting that they had those like first-person gunshots. And you know, I've never seen Hardcore Henry, but it immediately brought that to mind, where it's like, you know, you're seeing it from his point of view with the guns. I'm assuming that's him.
I thought it was also interesting that the flag was CGI.
Oh, yeah, no, I think, I wonder if a lot of those prisoners there are CGI as well.
Actually, now that you're right. You know what? You're right. The whole shot is CG. I mean, there was quite a bit of CG in this.
Yeah.
But I think that maybe it works stylistically for this particular movie because it's not trying to aim for like hyper realism, right? It's stylized.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say. Is it's very stylized. It's going for a very hyper stylized sensibility, kind of like you'd get with. This is a bad comparison, but kind of like you'd get with Sin City or something like that.
You were saying that this feels very like different to you, and I think that is good, but I still have to say, like, in a way, I feel like it is inspired by KGF, just kind of going for this action film with this like over-the-top action guy. But I'm glad that it's not employing the same color palette as we've seen a lot of other films use.
I can vaguely
since
see
KGF.
that. I can vaguely see the KGF influence, vaguely, but I feel like it's totally different in a lot of ways.
Right, which is good.
They're both over-the-top action movies with an extreme color palette and extreme action hero, but I feel like the vibe is just different to me. Like when he steps out of the car, it's like Michael Clark Duncan. The only thing I remember from Green Mile is when Michael Clark Duncan steps out and it's like the whole truck just shakes. That's the only thing I remember from that movie because I think it was in the trailer. And you got that same effect here with our hero.
Yeah.
And watch, it's just like the whole thing shakes like this.
Oh yeah,
this
I didn't even
mammoth
notice that.
kind of energy emanates from him. This is definitely different from KGF just off this shot alone for me. Like you're getting a different sense, right? Where KGF was more of like a Scarface kind of character.
Right, he was like more suave, whereas this guy is like, no, he's a beast.
Yeah, exactly.
And I mean, just physically as well, just in terms of, you know, how he looks and his size.
His demeanor, the way he carries himself.
Very different than what we're used to in an action hero. And I like that, you know, it's refreshing to see a different type of person, different type of body type get up there as a lead.
So this next shot that we're about to see is a drone shot, and it's an aggressive drone shot, and I wonder how the director felt having to use this footage, because what's happening here is the cameras on drones are much smaller. The sensors are much smaller. It can't do as well as even like the camera we're shooting this with, right? It's like it's all dark and whatnot, and so the ISO is up the wall.
Yeah.
The ISO is probably at like 20, 30,000, and it's all these artifacts are coming into play here, and so it looks messy. How do you feel about this particular shot as someone who doesn't care about that stuff as much as I do?
Okay, so for me, in the trailer, this shot goes by so quickly. So what I'm getting from it is the sensation of movement.
Yes.
Of, you know,
like ambulance.
Just, yeah, it's very kinetic.
Yeah.
And so for that, I'm like, I don't mind. Now that you've paused on the frame, I can see all of the artifacting and I'm like, ooh, yeah, that doesn't look great, but I don't know how they're going to be using it.
Yeah, maybe if they're using it in small portions, it's not as noticeable. I don't remember what they used for ambulance, but I do know most of ambulance was shot during the day in broad daylight, and so the sensors weren't struggling.
Those were FPV drones,
I believe
right?
so.
Is that what they're called? Like the super fast racing type?
Well, they were shot that way.
Yeah.
With FPV racers. And so this right here is a very challenging shot for a drone camera because it's so dark. And so that sensor is really being worked hard. And then you have this super slow motion shot where you actually see the bullet flying out.
Wild.
So like that kind of Matrix sort of thing. I guess John Woo also did that before the Matrix, so I don't want to give Matrix all the credit.
Also, it's really, really pretty, like aesthetically and all of that.
Yeah, the lighting's very interesting.
The lighting's nice.
I mean, you got this hair light that's very aggressive on him. With the fill light right here on this side.
The heroine's gorgeous, you know?
And so here we have again another FPV shot, and it's like, again, you're dealing with all that noise and artifacting. I'm wondering if in post they tried their best to get rid of it, or if they're like, screw it, it's kinetic, baby, and they're just like happy about it. Like, I really want to know what the director and producers felt when they saw that footage and they realized that they had to use it that way, or if they were just happy with it. Because you look at this right here, and
that's
how clean this looks.
Yeah.
Like, I can't imagine that they wanted it to look that crunchy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I would really love to talk to them and just see what they felt about all of it and its usage. That was a very interesting shot. I feel like we've seen this kind of thing in other movies, like the motorcycle being used as a was it in the Will Smith movie?
Which one?
The
Gemini Man?
Yeah,
I didn't watch that.
Or a Jackie Chan movie. It's an interesting move nonetheless. And he's got a little GoPro on his helmet for some odd reason. I wonder how they did this. If it's a comp, or if like he was legit standing there and they're like, okay, go for it, and he waited for it to get knocked in the face.
It did look a little bit like he was waiting for it to land, like waiting for it to come.
Well, they sped it up a little bit. And so some of these car stunts are insane. Like, it's a mixture of CG and action and practical, but like everything's going so quick that you'd be hard to press to figure out which one is which sometimes. When it leaps over, that's CGI.
Yeah, it's definitely high octane.
So this has to be inspired by Is it I? Yeah.
Yeah.
This has to be inspired by I. It's the same kind of vibe, except it's
wet,
like you pointed out.
So much moisture.
What I like about this though is at one point you see one guy running. It's like the guy's like, screw this, I'm out. Like just the idea. It's like finally you have someone who gets it. Like you see all that damage, you're like, well, if clearly I should just go. Like I'm not gonna be able to do anything different than they did.
It's got to be in the prison too, because they're wearing all orange as well.
So this look automatically gives me, instead of KGF, this automatically gives me Mad Max vibes, like that kind of inspiration. That's CG. And so I mean, there's a lot going on. We have rain going on.
Yeah.
It's like a California tsunami over here. We actually had a flood flash warning that showed up on our phones. It was kind of wild.
Yeah.
This shot was crazy.
Yeah. It's just cool to see him move like that, you know? Because normally...
Because he's a bigger guy?
Because he's a bigger guy.
This dude, look, the camera angle and everything.
Yeah, look, his legs, Jesus.
The camera angle looking up at him, all that helps, but the guy's definitely big.
Definitely a big guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like a monster. Both of these guys are like monsters.
Yeah, they're humongous.
I gotta look up this dude's name and see if he was in Mad Max or in Jackie Chan's First Strike.
Yeah. I do like, though, that...
He's fighting both of them.
For like a minute there.
He caught their fists, yo.
For a minute there, I was like, this is cool because it shows him have that moment of like, you know, oh my God, will I survive?
Mm-hmm.
But then they gave it away. He's too badass. Do you know what I mean? Even against two hulking giants, he's literally like, nah.
That was a very interesting teaser, to say the least. I can understand why why it's a sensational teaser that has so many views. Thanks so much for joining us. Hopefully you enjoyed our reaction and breakdown of this teaser. Let us know your feelings in the comments below. How are you feeling about the things we pointed out? Do you think that we're overanalyzing it? Probably. So please, once again, hit the subscribe button, bell icon, all notifications. Pretty please vote this up. Let YouTube know you enjoyed what you watched, if you did. And if you didn't, give us some constructive criticism in the comments below.
Yeah, constructive.
Thanks again. I'm Jaby KOAY. This is
ACHARA KIRK.
Peace out.